My brother is 15, my sister is 17, and I'm 23F. This is really stupid and it shouldn't have happened, but it did. Now I just want advice on how to make it better. Also, this is the story my brother told me as I wasn't there. He was in his room playing on his phone, minding his own business. He got up to take out the trash. He came back to lay down in his bed. As he was laying down, he noticed their dog walking out of his room. He ignored it. Later on, his sister 17 noticed clothes were missing. She went looking for it and found it in my brother's room. The problem was that it was wet and slimy. She immediately told our parents and they thought the worst. My dad, mom, and brother argued about it. Rude things were said. Apparently mom said I knew you were weird but not this weird. My dad said I raised a predator. In the end, my parents asked me to pick him up and let him stay with me for a couple of days. When I picked him up, he didn't say anything and just sat in silence. He spent the entire time in the room he was staying in. He only came out for dinner. He skipped breakfast and lunch. His eyes were always red when he came out, so I assume he was crying. I've never seen him cry. Most of the time, when he's upset, he just has a stone face. So what they said must have got to him. Finally, at the end of the week, his parents called me and said they wanted to talk to him, so they came over. Before they came over, I tried to talk to him, but he ignored me. When parents came, they apologized to him. Over the week, they noticed more of sister clothes in his room. Until one day, my dad caught the dog with my sister clothes. My brother just said okay and went home. I tried to ask my parents if he could stay longer, but they said that wouldn't be necessary. Later on, I got a call asking me what did he do over my house, because he's just been in his room all day at their house. Is there anything I can do to help him feel better? Advice would be greatly unappreciated. Edit little update, good news. He can stay with me until Sunday. I had to lie a little to parents to get him to come. I told them he should get out the house because he spends most of his day sitting in one spot with online school. They didn't believe me at first, but I said it would be a chance to get him out his room. They finally agreed. He was about to go to sleep, so I came just in time. I think the plan right now is to just spend time with him this week. I'm broke, so it's gonna be mostly home stuff. I tried to talk to him on the car ride. I asked him if he's okay. He said he's fine and we had a little conversation about his school. So at least he's talking now. He's in the spare room, so everything is okay right now. Final update. The more I think about this, it really concerns me. This is something that could drive someone to self-harm or suicide. This age, puberty is so difficult. You really need to make sure he's okay. Wow, what kind of parents immediately say this about their child? Honestly, if you are able, I would see if he wants to come stay with you for a while. Until your parents fix the relationship. Yes, your parents need to fix this. They not only accused him, without apparent reason, of being essentially a monster, but they told him to his face that they always felt like he was weird. They have told him who he is wrong. You need to be super supportive of him and tell him there isn't anything wrong with who he is, and also get him a counselor. I feel so sorry for him. SMH. Your parents are horrible. I think your parents may have lost your brother and he will keep distancing himself from now on. And if I'm honest, I would do the same in his position. Your parents have hurt him in the worst way possible, and a simple whoopsie. My bad won't change this. The relationship between your parents and your brother can only improve when your parents are truly sorry for what they did. Maybe some outside perspective like counseling would be great for your brother, if not the whole family. Right now, your parents alienated him with false accusations. The trust is broken, and he's at an age where that's really important. Try to be there as much as possible if your brother wants to open up. Oofed. Having the people you value and look up to in your life tell you that you're a detestable person can be really tough. There's no going back though. The only thing that can help is that he realizes that his parents are not perfect, and that their opinion isn't as big of a deal as he once thought it was. So it doesn't really matter what they think of him, only what he knows and thinks of himself matters most. And that's a lot of growing up in a very little amount of time. Your brother sounds like he's exhibiting behavior indicating he's at risk for suicide, especially since he probably doesn't feel like he has anyone he can trust anymore. This is bad. So bad. When I was 5 or 6, my parents accused me of stealing 10,500 Philippine pesos, which is too big for a kid. I cried so much telling them over and over that I didn't steal that money. I was so young, and where would I spend it? Because 1 Philippine peso is enough to buy a candy, and how much more 500 Philippine pesos? That time all I could think is my own parents do not trust me. So that was the day that I stopped trusting them. In your brother's situation, I can feel that he's really hurt. For him, his relationship to his family is stained, and it will be really hard to fix it. Reach out to your brother. Don't let him feel he's alone in this. I knew you were weird but not this weird, will stick in his head. That isn't the result of this specific situation. Your mother has been harboring some sort of disdain against your brother, and now he knows it. Therapy isn't out of the question after this, in fact I'd recommend it. Your parents are stupid, you need to ask your brother if he wants to stay with you. I would never forgive my parents or my sister if they did something like that to me. Drive over there, tell him to pack up and come stay with you. Most importantly, let him know it's being done so he can be away from your parents. And assure him that you won't bother or try to talk to him till he is home and let him deal with his angst. He is a teen, it will be over. Better if he doesn't see them while sorting it out. Dog slobber smells. I'm inclined to believe they did this on purpose. Your brother's reaction makes me think this isn't the first time he's been accused of something he didn't do. I can't be positive of course, but this all just seems too bizarre to be a misunderstanding. Wait a second, shouldn't there be a clear difference between dog drool wet and slimy and wet and slimy, from a quantitative standpoint alone? I'd assume you could see smell. There's nobody talking about this. Your parents need to do some sincere damage control. You need to sit them down, tell them how hurtful their words were. I mean unbelievably cruel. Also, the three of them need to go to therapy to heal this, resolve any underlying issues. As a male, this is the kind of thing that would make me never the same around any of those people again. I'd hide my time in my room, try not to kill myself, and Jitfo as soon as I turned 18. Wow. The fact that your parents judged him so harshly, so quickly without allowing for explanation is extremely hurtful. They can start by apologizing, but that will hardly fix the damage they've done to the relationship with their son. The best thing you can do is offer him support, a safe place to come anytime he wants, an ear to listen, if you can and he's open to it. Help him find a therapist. He needs to know that someone trusts and respects him, because he's not getting that from anyone right now. That's fucked. Can he at least stay at your place till he's in a better state? I doubt seeing his parents every day will help him recover until they apologize and get therapy for their stupidity. This is fake. It's such obvious Reddit rage bait. It checks all the boxes. Point 1, false accusation. 2, socially awkward and misunderstood victim. 3, crazy parents. Point 4, incest. 5, written in a completely dispassionate voice. 6, op even messes up and refers to his parents and his sister. 7, a completely ridiculous premise that requires sitcom levels of wacky happenstance. Dogs don't just suddenly start eating underwear. I work with dogs for a living, and dogs that know undies are a known nuisance. If I was you, I would go to him and tell him that you know he's not a creep or predator and that you love him and that he is welcome at your house anytime. I would tell him I'm sorry about how the rest of family treated him, and if he ever wants to talk that you will be there to talk or whatever he needs. I also agree that the family needs to apologize with a lot of sincerity behind that apology. Please check up on your brother. I'm worried about the way he isolates himself. I did that when I was suicidal. I hope he's not, but better safe than sorry. So they call their 15-year-old son weird and predator and then kick him out of the house, and the whole time genuinely did nothing wrong and was not believed. I wonder why he's in his room all day. As far as advice goes for you, op, is to just be there for him as a sister and a listening ear for when he wants to talk. The responsibility to make this better rests solely on your parents' shoulders. Your parents will never get their same son back. Therapy might help him heal in a healthy way. That's a horrible age to go through something like that. They fucked up, no matter what is said. They can never take those words back. They've lost his trust, and now chances are he's going to slowly distance himself. There's no fixing it, in my opinion. Honestly, I would lay it on thick with your parents. Your mother called her own child weird and admitted she had always felt this way about him, as she insinuated that he had nabbed his sister's clothing and enjoyed himself with them. That's terrible and humiliating. I would say it exactly like that. What sort of mother does that? Your father literally called his 15-year-old child a predator. Try going over to your parents' house a few times specifically to speak with your brother and make it clear to your parents that you aren't there to speak with them.